how do you combine strength and endurance without dropping loads of muscle, without actually being a detriment to your endurance performance, increasing your performance, and if you want to, crucial words, if you want to, increase your muscle mass. Now, this is going to be key to periodization in your training and having specific parts of where you focus on endurance, on strength. Getting the things out of your program that you don't need. So you don't need to be in the rack doing set after set after set of bicep curls. Getting movements which work a lot of muscles in there, and things like squats, deadlifts, bench, shoulder press, cleans, rows, things like this are going to be great because you can get loads of muscles worked without having to spend hours and hours in the gym. Another thing that's going to be key is having as much 0 hours of training between each session. Now, what we mean by that is that if you trained weights in the morning at 10 o'clock and then went out for a run at 3 o'clock, there's going to be less 0 hours between the 3 o'clock and the following day at 10 o'clock than if you trained weights and went straight for a run. So the body is going to be recovering during those 0 hours. It's going to be restocking up and replenishing glycogen stores, which usually in the average person take up to 24 hours to actually replenish. So your energy is going to be depleted if you do 10-3, 10-3 on the session front, and you're going to have to eat a hell of a lot of carbs in there to actually make it work. Now, what's crucial to point out here is that you're never going to be the number one marathon runner in the world if you want the best of both worlds. There has to be some amount of give and take a little bit and just focus on both of them together. You're never going to be the Eddie Hall level of strength if you want to get running a marathon, but you can still be bloody good at each. And 90% of the population aren't going to be the best in the world at marathon running, the best in the world at strength training. They're not going to be breaking world record deadlifts every week. Following a program is key. So getting a coach is going to be one of the best investments you make right now. So if you want to be strong, you want to be shredded, and you want to be able to run and feel fit and healthy, getting a coach is going to be the best investment. Yeah, I could say that because I am a coach, but I'm not lying to you. I have my own coach as well. It gives you accountability. It gives you feedback, and it gives you the specific plan that you need, so you don't go too much and you don't do too little in order to get to your goals. So building up your running, building up your strength, having things like your power sessions where the lower reps at the start of the week is good, and then going on to some more lighter work and more reps at the end of the week, because it usually fits in the same with your running. So power work, sprints at the start of the week, higher reps, longer runs, longer rides at the end of the week. It all links in together. Essentially what you need to do is take out the trash. Now what I mean by that is what I started on at the beginning. So taking out the things you really don't need. You're still going to hit your biceps if you take out bicep curls. It's just going to tax the central nervous system more if you keep going to failure over and over again. And looking at the volume you're doing, do you need to go to failure on each set, or could you stop the set a couple of reps before and actually create more of a muscular overload by adding another set which isn't to failure, and actually get more results from that? Chances are you could. With things like 24-hour events as well, long distance events, endurance, and getting your strength in, I mentioned about having a coach for actual programming, but nutrition is going to be so key. Looking at the amount of training you're doing, you want to fuel for that training. So fuel for performance and not aesthetics. If you fuel by cutting your carbohydrates and looking at being in a massive caloric deficit, then you're going to look at pushing your body to breaking point, and it will break. If you fuel for performance and get the carbohydrates to make sure you are training and able to train and recover at these extreme levels, because they are extreme, then you will drop body fat as a side effect. You will get more ripped as a side effect. Okay, so the key is getting your nutrition to focus on performance. If you keep your nutrition to focus on being ridiculously lean and shredded and be scared of carbs, to be fair, even when competition prep, like being scared of carbs is going to be detrimental, then you are not going to get to your goals. So key things here: programming and nutrition, and get a coach.